Hey all, and here we are for episode 2 of Puzzle Agent. Let's go ahead and jump right back in. Passable puzzle solver. Alright, well, we know that we still need to find a gear for this thing
You need
here,
to fix this door and get inside the factory.
as we were just told. So let's go ahead and meet up with the sheriff. So we're going to do that at the Moose Ear Diner, we were told. But first off, let's just go ahead and look around, see if there's anything new at the inn. Because these sorts of games love doing that.
Excuse me, Bjorn. Do you know anything about Isaac Davner's accident at the factory?
Some think it wasn't an accident, but he should have known better.
Known what? Sir?
Well, it didn't tell us a lot. So I need to keep in mind these marks too. And let's see if there's anything indoors. Don't see any new interactables.
Goodbye.
Nice talking to you.
Got any more puzzles you need help with?
Puzzles. No
Ah.
brain.
I'll just...
Okay, diner it is. Got a little bit at least, but we could have guessed that, really. Okay. Look for interactables first.
There seems to be some tiny footprints in the snow around the diner. But I don't see any kids around here. Possibilities include stealthy children, tiny animals wearing boots, cats wearing shoes. Nice, Nelson. Now that's going in FBI records. And I'm still recording. Tethers out.
Anything else? Doesn't look like it. Talk to this guy.
Excuse me, I see you're working on your sign. Is it safe for me to go into the diner? Excuse me.
Gotta fix the sign.
That isn't what I expected for a prompt of safety. Well, we know that he's got a puzzle. Let's check that out.
Something wrong with your sign? I said, is there something wrong with...
You a cop? I ain't got time for cops.
I'm not a cop.
Look, I gotta get this sign fixed before it gets dark. I don't want to be out here after dark, if you know what I mean.
I don't, actually. What do you mean by that?
It's just a fuse, but I can't remember which one it is. Not with all the whispers in my head.
What?
Huh.
Whispers?
Get the fuse for me. I'm getting cold out here.
Okay. I want to finish the sequence. Oh, okay, this is a classic one. Especially if you happen to have been a fan of Simpsons. So what we have here are 3 symbols, and if you look at the right half of each one, you can see that it's one of the numerals, 1, 2, and 4, just mirrored over. So we want the one that matches that. This one here is a mirrored 3. Oh, I guess you don't drag it. So that's the one that we want to use. And we are smarter than Lisa. Yep.
That should do it.
Hey, what do you know? This ought to keep the little buggers away.
Little what?
Well, I gotta finish getting this sign mounted. See you later. Well, we'll see.
So I'm starting to think gremlins or imps or something like that between the marks on the wood outside the hotel and the little footsteps. Doesn't explain the whispers, though.
I don't suppose you know anything about the eraser factory accident?
Don't suppose I do.
Did you know Isaac Davner?
Not much. Heard he had some kind of accident. Feel bad for his wife, Glory. Such a pretty girl.
I should really talk to her. Do you know where I can find her?
Yes, I do.
So, where can I find her?
Inside.
I love the comedy timing in this game.
Goodbye.
So let's head inside. This seems pretty standard outsider showing up stuff. Nice with the art style, though. So let's see, what can we click on besides talking to people? We've got some seat gum there. Got some counter gum right here. 85. I wonder if that'll be relevant later. Huh. Anyway, we've got something here.
There's some tobacco on the counter. Smells like cherry. I guess the waitress hasn't been in much of a cleaning mood lately.
It's a little rude, but okay. Let's talk to these folks.
Hi there, I'm Agent Tethers with the FBI. Sir, you seem stressed. Do you know something about the factory you'd like to let me in on?
I don't know anything.
Sir, it's against the law to withhold information or lie to a federal agent.
Yeah, I'm into some stuff.
So, what's your name?
Steve?
Sir, I'm here about the factory. If you've got nothing to do with it, then however you spend your time doesn't concern me.
Well, let's finish talking before we jump to that.
There's nothing you can tell me about the factory.
I don't commingle with the factory folk.
You haven't heard about anything suspicious going on, have you?
Nothing more than usual.
Let's see what this is about.
What stuff are you into?
What do we got here?
I airlift wooden gnomes out of Scoggins.
Huh.
With birds.
To where? Why?
Okay.
How?
Black market trinket rings. Big money.
Couldn't you just use the mail?
Okay. Let's count the gnomes. Bird as a weight limit. So this is basically an algebra problem in graphic form. So we're just going to have to translate it appropriately. So we know that a bluebird can carry 2 gnomes. We know that this here, we've got 3 gnomes in there, being carried by a bluebird and a duck. So we know that this plus 3 minus 2 is the duck's weight, is what the duck can carry. So that means... So we've got x minus 1 left over is the weight the duck is supporting. So that means that this one is the same as half of this one. Duck is carrying the other half here. That means we've got 1 in here that the duck is supporting. The rest are being supported by the bluebird, who we know can support 2. So, besides what we're seeing, we've got X, 2. So, I feel like I screwed up my math a little bit here. So let's backtrack. Bluebird is carrying 2 of this. The duck is supporting... Oh, wait. I screwed up. Because the duck is only supporting this 1 bag. Okay. So, however much is in here, let's call this X. So the Bluebird is carrying X plus 3. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to note this down and write this out a little bit. So I will be back in a bit after I've done that. Okay, I'm back, and I missed a very important rule here. Number 4, freight must be balanced evenly between a bird's 2 legs. That means whatever an individual bird is supporting, the amount of weight on their left and right leg must be the same. Alright, so we know Bluebird can support 2 gnomes. That must mean that, since we're assuming the packages aren't empty, that we've got 1 gnome over here, and that means that the Bluebird is supporting 1 gnome on the other side. That tells us that the duck is taking the weight of 2 gnomes here, which means, by the way, that now we know that the duck's weight limit is 4. So, that means that we don't even know what the rest of this has to be, because we know that everyone is carrying the maximum load. We've got 2, 4, 4, and 2, plus 2. So, add that up, and we get 14. So let's see if we are right. Nice. Oh, not even an explanation. Okay. Well, then it's the math that I said earlier.
Another puzzle solved.
Okay. Now let's talk to these folks.
Hello, gentlemen. A bit early for a lunch break, isn't it?
Until the eraser factory opens again, Daryl and I have nowhere else to go.
Yeah, me and Daryl got nowhere else to go.
Oh, that's great. Then you don't mind if I ask you a few questions?
Yeah. As soon as I get these bugs back in place.
What? Why do you have bugs in a diner?
You gonna help or not?
I'm going to assume that that's a Newhart reference. Shame that the other guy isn't named Larry. Ah, well. Okay. So this time let's read a little bit more carefully. I think this is the second time that screwed me up so far. Alright. I want to use the fewest number of lines possible to split up this grid, I'm assuming it's going to be a grid, into 4-sided sections, each one separating out bugs of the same kind. 3 for the grasshoppers, the green grass grazers, 2 for each pink puddle paddler. Let's just call them green and pink to save time, because I'm not going to remember that anyway. Alright, and I'm assuming that if a box contains more than one, that it needs to have enough for all of them. So, I want to use as few lines as possible. So let's just see if we can sketch out something that would be correct. It's got to be a 4-sided thing, so we can't do any fancy L shapes or anything. So right now, I'm not really doing any logic to figure this out. I'm just kind of, well, let's go a little bit through my thought process a little bit more. Let's start from scratch. So I saw these 2 up here, and my thought was that obviously we need 4 for this, but we can't go down or we'd have to encompass this one. So that means it must either be going this way or this way. Now, if it goes this way, we know that these guys need 6. But they can't contain these, so that would force this to go this way. And this was my exact thought process before. I just kind of jumped to go into the left here just to see what would happen. But let's see what happens if we go to the right. So, if we go to the right, that forces these guys here to be like this. since we know they can't share a box with another type of insect, so they can't go down, we know they'll need 6 squares. So that's what we've got here. So, we know these guys need 4. Because of the fact that we need a 4-sided box, this forces things to be pushed over to the left like this. And unfortunately, now we can't do anything with these guys. So that kind of rules out going to the right at the start from the first one. Just by step, this would require this, could require this, we've ruled that out. So, you know, I guess you could also start a little bit in advance by just going like this. We know that these have to be separated out just from the start, because we know that things have to be in different boxes. Anyway, so let's go to the left here instead, like we started. Now again, these guys need 6. Because of these guys here, this is forcing us to go down. Now, we know that these guys need 4, and we know that it has to be in a 4-sided box, so that means we can't go down at all. We have to go like this. This is the only way to get 4 in a 4-sided that's not a 1x4. That means that here, we've got a nice 4 here, and this solves the whole thing. And I think this is the minimum number. This is 4 lines to draw 4 boxes, and hopefully you don't need to draw the outer edges. Let's look at the rules just to see. Okay, you do need the outer ones, so let's go ahead and draw those, just to be safe. So, 8 lines, 4 boxes. So really, sometimes solving a puzzle like this, it's not a question of figuring out the answer all beforehand. Sometimes you want to do a little bit of trial and error just to see, well, if this was the case, then what would that mean? And if that leads you to a contradiction, that means you know that your initial, well, what if this is the case, was wrong. So you go back, you go a different direction. And again, like I expected, there's not really any explanation there.
Oh, look at that! He did it!
Yes. Now, will you answer my questions?
Sure. Fire 'em at me.
Alright, so let's go ahead and do some chatting.
You two are employed at the factory. Would you say it's a safe place to work?
As safe as any other place, I guess.
Yeah, except the new wing is haunted.
No, it isn't. You better quit listening to those hippies.
Why do you think the new wing is haunted?
When the factory expanded, we built a new wing. A bunch of locals got angry. We had to clear out part of the forest to do it.
Because spirits live in the forest.
Wonder if that ties in at all to my, if I could tie that in at all to my gremlin theory.
You mentioned something about spirits in the forest. Really?
Depends on who you ask.
You won't see me out in the woods after sundown.
Well, me neither. But there ain't no spirits.
Do you guys know what happened to the foreman?
Yeah, the lobster bit him.
Shut up, Daryl.
What do you mean a lobster bit him?
He means Mike Lobb. Mike and Isaac didn't get along all the time. Had a little bit of a fight.
That's because Isaac thought he was smarter than all of us floor guys.
Well, he probably is.
No, he ain't. Just because he's a college boy don't make him smart.
What do you know about the guy fixing the sign outside?
Randall Scruffman. Weird guy. He thinks the trees talk to him.
Yeah, but he sure picked the right line of work. He's gonna be employed forever. Stuff always needs fixing.
I think he looks extra hard for stuff to fix around here.
Yeah, so he can be close to Glory. She's the waitress here. Sweeter than moose milk in the morning.
So is he gonna be our log lady equivalent?
Thanks, gentlemen.
Anytime.
So let's go ahead and talk to Glory then before we talk with the sheriff.
Excuse me, ma'am. Miss? Waitress lady?
At least I assume this
Welcome
is
to the
Glory.
Moosier Diner. I'll be right with you.
Can I help you with that?
Okay, it is. Okay. So let's go ahead with this one. This is sort of a puzzle, I guess. Arrange them so that nothing overlaps. What a weird meal. Oh. Okay, so it's literally a puzzle. Because I just heard the click of two things corresponding. Okay. Okay. So here, pretty much just about looking for similar shapes in things. Huh? What hooked together? Okay. Well, I didn't expect that, so I guess the mushroom goes inside here. This is gonna... Oh, yep, that fits in nicely there, and that means that our bacon is going to finish up right here. Huh. Interesting jigsaw puzzle. Alright. Okay.
There you go. Delicious.
Thanks.
So, what's good here?
I don't know. It's all fine.
Oh, okay. What's your name?
Lori Davner.
Oh, haha. So, I'm Nelson. Are you feeling okay?
Yes. No. I'm just thinking about my husband.
What's wrong with your husband, ma'am? Is he okay?
He will be.
Well, I'm with the FBI's Department of Puzzles Research. I need to ask you a few questions. An accident at the eraser factory caused it to shut down. Do you know anything about that?
Of course I do.
What have you heard?
Well, nothing really. I mean, just that it was an accident like everyone says.
The factory foreman, Isaac Davner. He was your husband?
Yes,
Oh, I'm so sorry. There's not much in my files about him.
that's okay. He's a great man. I'm so proud of him.
For...
Just so proud.
Oh, okay. The repairman outside seems a bit odd. Anything I should know about him?
Well, I think he's got a bit of a crush on me, but he's harmless.
Could he have hurt your husband to get to you?
Oh no, he wouldn't hurt a fly. He even avoids stepping on rocks so he won't accidentally hurt any critters living below. I wish people wouldn't tease him for that. Daryl.
Has the factory closure affected business?
Yeah, people tend to hang around here longer now that they aren't going to work. Normally, that'd be a good thing, but I've been pretty distracted.
I see that. Maybe I can help.
Okay, so here we've got a logic puzzle type thing. So nobody ordered a meal resembling their spouse. That can be names or looks. Oh, okay. So the actual looks. One lady ordered a meal resembling the fish-eating man sitting next to her. Or I guess that doesn't answer after all. Only one patron resembles his or her meal. The ham plate should be set down next to the banana split. Ah. Resembling. Okay. Okay, I'm back. So, this one is a nice little tricky logic puzzle here. So let's take another look at the rules here. So, the important thing, actually, all these rules are important one by one, so I'll give you a moment to look over all of these before I get to the solution. So, we know that a lady ordered a meal that looked like the fish-eating man sitting next to her. Now, since we know that no one is eating something that resembles their spouse, that means we must have a lady who's sitting next to a man that isn't her spouse. And this is the only case where that happens. So that means that this guy had the fish, the onion head here, and that means that the chicken lady had the onion rings. Now, we also know that, for one, there's exactly one person who's eating something that resembles themselves. Two, we know that the ham and the banana split have to go next to each other. So, we only have 3 options left of a food that can go to someone that looks like them. The ham could go here, but then the banana split can't go next to it. Buffalo burger could go here, but then, again, the ham and the banana split can't go together. Therefore, the banana split must go to the banana split looking guy. Ham must be going to buffalo guy here. Now what we've got left is the buffalo burger and the chicken. We know that she isn't going to eat something that looks like her husband, so she must get the chicken, and that means the ham lady gets the buffalo burger. So let's see if this is right. And this one I just kind of solved again by the same process I used before. I just tried something, saw if it led to something that didn't make sense, and if that was the case, I backed up, tried a different path. Next time I'll try and actually talk it out once I get to that stage of things, once I've gotten to the obvious parts. But I want to try and make things a little bit clear for where the answer comes from here. And this is the key to unlocking the whole thing. Yep.
That wasn't so tough.
Yeah, I guess not.
Could I have a bit more of your time, ma'am?
Sure.
This song is familiar, but I can't place it. Maybe it's just a generic enough tune, but I think this is James's song from Twin Peaks? The melody to it? I don't know, maybe. I guess I could be reading things in there as well. Anyway, not much else to talk to with Glory, so let's finally talk to the sheriff.
Hello, Sheriff.
Agent Tethers, good. You're here.
Yeah, listen, I wanted to ask you...
No time. I got a hunch about the factory. I got security camera records here of people leaving the factory.
Oh, another puzzle.
It'd be helpful to talk with whoever left last.
Exactly what I was
You can
thinking.
even see the pictures
I
on the
mixed
desk.
up the photos so
Nice
we can
touch.
put them back in the right order.
What? Why would you do that?
You know how it is.
No, I don't. That's evidence.
Okay. Well, first thing to pop out is to look for the environmental details here that differ from picture to picture. I'll give a moment for people to get a look at these already, but looking off, I can only see 2 points that jump out at me. I think that's enough time. So we've got the car, and we've got the footprints. So, here, we can see that the only footprints are from this guy, so we know this one must be first. Here, the only footprints were already there were this path going out, and the car is still there as well. That must be second. This one is the guy heading to his car. Then over here, we've got this guy wandering off. The car is gone. So, this must be the order. And there we go. Yep.
This should clear things up.
Yeah. That seems about right. Looks like the last one out was Mike Lobb.
You think he might have had something to do with the accident?
Probably. Why don't you head out to the ice fishing huts on Lake Svens? When he's not working, he's usually there trying to dead stick a lunker.
Got it. No, wait. Do what to a what?
Catch some fish. He's got himself a bright orange vest. Can't miss him. Anyway, to get there, you can take the snowmobile out to Sesame Woods. But you'll have to hoof it from there.
That 85 is still bugging me. What does that mean? I'm sure it'll come up later if it's actually important.
What do you know about Glory Davner?
Foreman's wife. Poor girl, she's a sweet kid. Her family has lived in this town for generations.
Maybe she has something to do with the accident.
That's ridiculous.
It could be an insurance...
Now you just leave poor Glory alone. She's having a hard enough time without you getting all accusatory.
What was the name of the factory worker I'm looking for?
The last guy to leave the factory was Mike Lobb. Drive out to Sesame Woods, then walk the trail out to the ice fishing huts.
Is there anything I should know about the Sesame Woods?
Well, they've got the odd Wolverine in them,
What?
but they're probably hibernating or migrating or the like.
I better get back to it.
You betcha.
Alright. Anything left behind here? Nope. So let's head to the lake. And to the woods. Oh, it started snowing. Oh, it's a gnome. Why didn't I guess gnomes? That... I really should have guessed gnomes. They're everywhere. Why did I not guess gnomes? It's silly of me. Well, okay. Good reveal, though.
The snow must be playing tricks on my eyes. For a second, I thought I saw... It doesn't matter. I'm on my way to question Mike Lobb at the ice fishing huts. But to get there, I have to go through Sesame Woods. That doesn't sound dangerous at all.
Hey, looks like while we're inside, someone left a bit of gum on the window. Now we're going to head out. But I'll do the rounds first to see if there's anything worth looking at. If not, we'll just jump straight to Sesame Woods. Alright, nothing around, so let's go. Is he dead?
Hello? I think I found Mike Lobb.
I didn't expect things.
Late 30s.
to
Looks
get-
like he froze to death, trying to solve some sort of problem. I'm gonna have a look.
I didn't expect things to get that dark that fast. Okay. Tile rotation. Okay. So this is basically a maze of sorts. Start from up here. Kind of weird that he's already frozen here. But anyway, guessing that there's going to be a rule that you can't do something like this with the path going up. It does make it a little bit more difficult. Okay, so basically we just need to construct a path that leads from up here to down here with no gnomes along the way. So you guys don't need to watch this, so I will be back after I've done this, because I really need thought process to go through here. It's pretty much just trial and error. So, back in a little bit. Alright, and I'm back. So there's a little bit more thought process than I said at first. You can see there's a couple keys. These two gnomes here are four directional, so it doesn't matter which way they're rotated. You don't want any path going towards them. some of these blocks are 4-directional as well. That means you just want to avoid them. So basically, just turn things around, keep paths from connecting with the gnomes until you get from up here, until you can make a path all the way down here with no gnomes along the path at all. So let's see if this is the right answer. But huh. Okay, our first failed. Whoa, I see it. Yep, I missed that. Okay. Okay, so back to this. Well, here's another time skip. Okay, I'm back. That was easy enough. I just need to rotate this one so that we can go like this. So, let's double check. This one doesn't connect to any of these. This just goes here, here, here. None of these connect, so that's safe. This guy connects to this whole block up here, but none of this block is connected to anything else, so we're safe. So this time we should be legitimately good. Oh, we're going to cost taxpayers a little bit more. But, you know, they're paying for it. That's what the money's for. Not the best, but... So on to the hut.
Aha! No puzzle's gonna stop me in my tracks.
Poor Mike.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean...
Oh!
Ah!
They tried to take him. The lock must not.
The lock! On the factory door!
Key.
Huh. Huh.
What is this thing?
Huh.
I think I found something important in the hands of a dead lobster. I'm going to hold on to it for later. The lake with the ice fishing huts is just past the clearing. I'm going to continue on to see if anyone there seems to have this affliction.
Interesting. It's Isaac's key card.
Found Isaac Davner's ID badge. Looks like he came this way sometime before the accident. Why was Lobster, Mike Lobb, out here as well?
Huh. We tried talking to him. Does anything happen?
Ugh.
Nope. Okay.
Found some freshly caught fish out on the lake. Looks like something has started eating them before they've been cooked.
Probably more gnomes is my guess. Oh, didn't see that gum. Gum. Nothing else but to talk to the repair guy again.
Mr. Scruffman.
You following me, boy?
No, sir.
Or if we didn't talk to the guy
Look
that
like a lost puppy.
gave us his name,
Go home, puppy.
would anything change?
I can't leave until I get that factory back open. I have a few more questions for you.
Of course you do.
Is this your hut? It's nice.
Nope.
Oh. Well, what are you doing then?
Fixing stuff. It's my job. Lots of stuff getting broke lately.
Things get broken on these huts a lot?
Everything gets broken a lot. Keeps me busy.
Hmm.
Don't get any ideas. I just do my job.
So, gremlin gnomes.
I understand you have a thing for Mrs. Davner.
No, sir. Just think she's pretty. I expect you do as well.
Where were you on the night of the accident?
Busy. You accusing me of something?
I'm just asking. It's part of my job to be thorough.
I was working at the hotel.
Okay, see? That was easy. Where were you on the night of the accident again?
Working at the hotel.
That was unnecessary.
You had to go through the woods to get here. Didn't you see a guy freezing on a tree stump?
Yep.
Why didn't you help him?
He didn't ask. Best not to interfere with acts of nature.
So you just let a guy die out there?
Had nothing to do with it. A cold will creep right up on you.
Thanks for your help. Goodbye.
That was useless.
Mr. Scruffman claims he was working the night of the accident.
Nice camera
Headed
thing.
over to the hotel to check out his story now.
Like the perspectives swap. It's cool. So let's head back to the hotel.
Hello again, Mr. Bjorn.
Yeah,
Do you know Randall Scruffman?
I do. He's a good man. Good stock.
Despite his stock, you think he could have had anything to do with the accident at the factory?
Why don't you just let things run their course? Accidents happen, Mr. Tethers.
So, Randall Scruffman.
He's a valuable member of this community, and that'll be enough of you trying to say otherwise.
Do you think Glory Davner's capable of violence? So that's a no. What was that?
What?
Heard a crash and a scream coming from inside the inn. Going inside to see what happened. I hope I won't need backup. I heard a scream. Is everything okay in here?
The pipe on the fireplace. I turned my back on it for 1 second and boom!
Okay, don't panic.
Huh.
I'm sure we can find a way to fix it.
Puzzle. Okay, so it's another rotation one. So let's play some Pipe Dream. Again, more... Well, in this case, we know that everything has to come back together before it reaches the chimney, so we can't have anything trailing off. So that gives us a little bit of logic here in terms of how we connect things. Well,
What the heck was that?
Hurry, it's getting away.
Saw a thing. It stole some pipe. Going after it.
okay, I did not expect the interface break like that. That was awesome. I loved that. Wow. Wow.
Checking out.
Oh my, but what about my furnace? You're all done?
Yes, ma'am. I'll be calling in the FBI's Gnome Squad. Or the National Guard, or the someone better equipped to handle your situation.
Oh, I see. Guess I'll be needing to call the sheriff then and let him know.
Excuse me?
Yeah, the sheriff told me to give him a buzz the moment you left town.
Why would the sheriff assume I was leaving so soon?
Oh, I couldn't say. So, will that be on a credit card, or should I just send the bill to Uncle Sam?
What is Sheriff Bog hiding? And that lock, it's on the outside of the door. On second thought, I better stick around. See this through.
Oh, great. Hot dish all around.
I think the sheriff wants me out of town. And what is the deal with that gear I found on Mike Lobb? I need to see a man about a furnace pipe.
Okay, so do we go back to the... No? Okay. Well, this seems like a good place to break this episode. Wow. That was amazing. I loved that little bit. That was great. Okay, well, I hope you all enjoyed this one too. Oh, let me grab this gum before we... Anyway, see you all next episode. Bye.